We'll start with Josh Dobbs, who, if you could rank the most likable players in football right now, where would Dobbs rank?
Number one with a bullet. Look, this guy, he has unimaginable levels of dog in him.
Yeah.
He tries so hard. He's super smart, learning the playbook during the game. Just insane game against the Falcons. I love that guy.
How unreal would you feel being Josh Dobbs after that game in the locker room?
Yeah, you don't even know the guys. They hoisted him up.
Yeah, no, he's like, I can't even trust. They haven't even done trust falls yet. How is he supposed to know they can hold him up in the air like that?
He doesn't even know their names. It's unbelievable. Think of how good he can be going forward.
Yeah. So Josh Dobbs, New Orleans is not a plus matchup for them. They ranked 22nd in adjusted fantasy points allowed this season to quarterbacks. So not a great matchup. But I will say matchups haven't really mattered for Josh Dobbs because, like you said, he's got that dog in him. He was the QB6 against San Francisco, although San Francisco is becoming more and more of a favorable matchup for passing attacks. He was the QB16 against Dallas the one week where they beat Dallas. He was the QB8 against Baltimore. He's the only quarterback against the Ravens who ranked higher than QB18 in weekly scoring this season, right. Josh Dobbs. And a lot of it comes down to his rushing. He's averaging 36 rushing yards per game. That's almost an extra passing touchdown. You get a good supporting cast or a decent enough supporting cast with Hawkinson, Addison, and some of those secondary guys. I doubt KJ Osborne's going this week, right? Do we know?
No, we don't know. I mean, he's probably not going to practice until, if he doesn't practice on Friday, even a limited session, then he's definitely going to be out.
Did he have a confirmed concussion?
He did. Okay. He got double head.
Yeah, it was horrible. The hit was I can't believe he got up after that.
It was actually, I thought it was going to be one of those nightmare situations.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, Osborne might be out, but I do think that just situationally and the team itself, really not a bad, especially considering where he was at with Arizona, really not a bad situation for Dobbs. And I also think that he's probably a long-term starter for if and when, hopefully, cross your fingers, Justin Jefferson comes back.
Definitely should be rostered in all Superflex leagues. Probably already was, but just to put that out there. Also, I found this little tidbit in my random stat researching the other day, yesterday. The Saints are dead last in QB pressure rate this year. So, that could be okay for Dobbs.
Yeah.
I have Will Levis. Will Levis, he of many muscles and tattoos, against the Bucks. Levis on Tuesday was named the starter rest of season. So we have that going for us. You can a little boost in the confidence of the rookie. We actually saw Tennessee go 3% over their expected drop back rate last week against the Steelers. That led to 39 attempts for Will Levis. The Bucks, as we saw last week against the Texans, have become a massive pass funnel. But even before that, they were a pass funnel defense. The Bucks are allowing the second highest completion rate over expected over the past 3 weeks. So they're a really, really good spot for any quarterback, including Will Levis.
The last quarterback who I actually had to mention on the 15 transaction show, I mentioned Dobbs. Levis was I mentioned Levis last week, and so I didn't want to have the repeat transaction and stuff. Taylor Heineke, Denny. Taylor Heineke gets Arizona this week. Arizona is a top 5 matchup in adjusted fantasy points allowed to quarterbacks, four quarterbacks. So that's good. Atlanta actually has a pretty decent implied team total. It's the 9th highest implied total on the slate for the Falcons. And with Taylor Heineke, he's throwing it down the field a lot more than Desmond Ridder did. His 2 ADOTs over the last 2 weeks, his lowest in a game has been 9.4. Desmond Ridder, that's according to Fantasy Life. Desmond Ridder has not had an ADOT that low all season long. So
that high.
Yeah, that high. My bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So 9.4 was the number for Heineke last week, and Ridder has not met that this season. So down the field passing, that's good. And Arizona this season has allowed the highest completion rate on 15+ air yard throws. So hopefully, cross your fingers, Drake London can go, because it could be a really nice Drake London day, hopefully down the field between him and Heineke. And maybe Heineke comes through with 15 or 16 fantasy points.